Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
What?
All right, let's get the elephant. Put the camera down, like Jesus. Elephant in the room. I'm sorry, everybody. Act like a scumbag. I wish it was private. It's obviously gone public. And so if it impacts you guys, I'm sorry. Back to work.
Good. Good to have you back.
Stool Scenes, episode 47, part 1. We got a very intense, very emotional, kind of real, a little too real show today. And it's really long. And you know what, folks? Because it's so long, you don't have time to be going to mattress showrooms, getting the whole awkward mattress showroom experience. You got to go straight to Lisa.com and get yourself a brand new mattress, high quality, for a very fair price. For the price of $525, you're going to get a brand new mattress. I know you're thinking, oh my God, a high quality mattress for such a good price, $525? No, don't buy it just yet. Use promo code SCENES and you're gonna get $100 off. I don't wanna talk reckless on the other advertisers or promo codes we've had. That's the most money I've ever seen off on any promo code. Mattresses, I've always wanted to say that. You're gonna get $100 off. Promo code SCENES, Lisa.com. Go get yourself a brand new mattress. Get some pillows, get some covers, put them on it. Maybe a duvet, as I believe they call it. And sit back and tune in. We have a much anticipated episode, unfortunately for the wrong reasons. On Friday afternoon, it was revealed that our own Kevin Clancy, KFC, had been caught cheating on his wife, sent a shockwave through our entire office, the entire Barstool world, and everyone was kind of waiting to see how would Kevin react after a very controversial weekend of tabloids, mean comments, internet hatred. Let's take it right to the scene Monday morning, and let's get into it.
Happy Monday.
I wasn't like gonna go on my way to like feature this on Instagram stories or anything. Like I might do like something from the radio part, but aside from that,
I gotta talk to him.
okay.
I mean, I don't know how we've never had one adult or in the office, so it's like it's fucked.
No manual.
Yes, sir.
Look at that face.
Cody looks like Cameron.
Oh, you little one.
It's not a big liquor.
What kind of dog?
It's a mini walrus.
It's a what? A walrus?
Mini walrus. It's half Shar-Pei, half beagle.
Yeah, actually got
What
the
kind of dog is that?
A mini walrus.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
It's called a walrus.
He's half. Look at his face. It's a walrus ass face.
I think that's a nickname.
How big was
You
that
can't call
dog?
dogs other animals.
Just did. They call it grapefruit.
Doesn't he look like a pullback foreskin kind of?
Eggplants. Somewhere in that ballpark. He did just have an ear infection.
I don't mind biting an ear infection.
What's up, Dave?
Very cute. What's the name?
Chino.
Gino?
Chino.
Chino.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is this?
It's a mini walrus. It's half Shar-Pei, half beagle.
Very cute.
I don't like that face.
I mean, it's gonna be a weird face. It's a crazy day.
I love this, by the way. Like we're gonna get through fucking 4 pages.
It's your boy KFC.
You want some
Oh, what a
Tyrod
wild
Taylor
weekend
stats?
in the wild card.
Oh boy.
Yep. I don't know where they're doing, oh boy. Coley back with a dog just in time.
I was gonna say, I'm just gonna hold it.
Yeah.
Just pet the puppy
Very
the whole
cute.
time.
Very cute.
It's gonna be big, right? There's a lot of skin, a lot of room to grow.
40, 50 pounds, they say.
What breed is it?
It's a mini walrus. It's half beagle, half Shar-Pei.
They call it a mini walrus.
Yeah, I mean, it's too funny to not say.
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying that.
No, that's real.
So curious what Frankie leads with.
No,
Yeah,
there's no music coming in.
Oh, there isn't.
No, it's the intro.
He's
Yeah,
been
we just have
petrified.
to-
I mean, that's all you could talk about. I saw him at the bar. He's like, "Dude, what music?"
Yeah, I mean,
You want
Nerve.
everyone's mic up off the start or just yours?
I don't care. Whatever you usually do.
Everyone's like, Mike? What's that mean?
Like
on.
you could talk if you wanted to.
What, you gonna shut my mic
No,
off?
I thought he was doing
Opening.
like a fucking.
No,
Because
you-
we're not doing an intro song. He's talking off the top.
Oh, you can do the regular like.
You do everything normal.
Yeah, do everything
Oh, I
wrong.
thought you were.
No, my bad. My
Don't
bad.
get
you
in
do
your
the
head
whole
this
like
time. Just
Barstool
listen
radio.
normal. Yeah, normal.
Got it. I thought it was
My
like
fault. No.
and shit.
Yeah.
He's in his head so bad.
He's so rattled.
I mean, it is kind of weird to come in with like it's Barstool radio, but we just gotta do regular shit. All right, what up? It's KFC, Kevin Clancy, back here live on the radio. It's been a horrible, terrible 72 hours for the people that I hurt the most in the worst possible way. I have shocked and disappointed everybody in my life with what I did, starting first and foremost with my wife. And my family. And all the way down to coworkers and even the fans. So the disappointment is real. I let everybody down in a big way. Super disappointed in myself, my family, her, everybody that I know knows what I did was terrible, and it is. As far as the shock, I understand the surprise as well. If you were to like follow me on Instagram or just look at stuff on the surface, I think everything looked perfect. And I think the reality was different. And that reality I should have handled entirely differently. I should have handled that I should have handled that maturely. I should have handled that honorably. I should have handled it like a man and a father and a husband. And I didn't do that. I handled it like a coward and a child, and I was selfish. So I am here now because I want to face the music, own up to what I did, take my beating. Still some stuff that I just don't want to talk about, or not in a way that I want to protect myself, but I just think that there are some things that still should remain private. A lot of this has gone public, but I don't think everything needs to be public. Everything that is happening is because of me, and all I can do now is do what's best for them going forward, because I just don't want to make things any worse than they are. So I'm here because I'm making things work. I'm trying to make things work at home. I am trying to rebuild the relationships that I broke, trying to find the trust that I lost at home, privately, behind closed doors. But as I do that, I'm not going to hide from the public, because I always have been public. I always have talked about myself and talked about other people's personal relationships. So it would be disingenuous of me to not sit here and do the same when I'm the one going through the mud.
Quite a start to the show. So I don't know how I'm going to act during this show, because obviously it's always like give and take, but you know, there's other side to it. Coley's got a smirk on his face over these.
Because you have a fucking smirk on your face.
I have a smirk on my face. Like if there's somebody else, we
You drag.
Yeah, we drag.
You'd pry.
You
You'd
drag.
Yeah.
No, when it's your friend or
Which, I
somebody
mean, you
you've
can
known.
go ahead and do it. I'm just saying that there will be things that I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But
Right.
if I feel like there's something that if I say it, I'm going to make things worse for her or for the kids, I'll probably just say I'm not going to.
Correct. And let me tell you how I found out, by the way. So I was walking to work Friday. You called me, and I didn't charge my phone properly. And you're like, I'm not going to be on radio today. I have serious family issues. And then my phone died. Mm-hmm. So I had no idea what it was. I walked in. We had a meeting instantly. Didn't know what it was. Then I had another meeting, didn't know what it was, and Feidelberg came running up to me. He's like, I gotta talk to you, as I was going to take a shit. And I read the shit, and I was like, oh my God. I wasn't gonna say anything because it was like a very serious issue, clearly, and I didn't think anyone knew, so I was just gonna be like, I'm never gonna say anything. Well, I saw a tweet, I think that Caitlyn did, and deleted it instantly, and like nobody saw it. Somebody ran in and showed me the tweet, but it was like a protected account. Nobody saw it. Then we had the 3 Instagram posts, which I would say were designed to bury you, basically. Like, I mean, let's get this out. Almost that's why people are like, oh, don't compare it. I thought it was like obviously apples and oranges, but like her version of Grudgment Day. Like, all right, this guy fucked me over. Now I'm gonna go like ham, just so everybody knows. What was your like reaction when you like? What was the time frame of when you realized that this thing was a monster, basically? Like, what did you think when you saw those posts?
We were texting, and she was like, "I'm going public with this in a minute."
So you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I guess that's nice, in a weird way, to be like, "Yo, I'm about to like body," and I don't think anyone feels like, yeah, she had every right to do whatever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she has every right to respond in any way that she wants, because once you do what I did, you know, all bets are off, and you can take it any direction you want. So, I mean, I was ready to, I mean, I was like, all right. I mean, there was no way I could talk her out of it or tell her not to. At that point, I just said to her, I know, you know, I was saying, I think about the kids before you do anything, and if you're going to do it, you're going to do it.
Did it change, like, were you already, like, rock bottom? Like, did it change anything? Did the going, I guess not. Did that change anything at that point, or were you already, like, so far? It was like,
I mean, it was complete rock bottom on a personal level with the marriage and the family. I mean, our families all knew. It was never, like, just between us. So, personally, like, totally rock bottom. That was just like, well, now it's going to have to be a professional thing that I'll have to work through as well, but that's coming in such a distant second place that, you know, it's just another thing, but it's not nearly what my priority is.
When I saw it was on the New York, the New York Post, I thought it was photoshopped. Like, someone tweeted it to me, and I literally was like, there's no way that's front page news on the Post. Mm-hmm. You've since been Post, Daily Mail, People
today. People did it?
People Magazine.
Oh my God.
I actually thought of sending you a tweet. Hey, Kev, congrats, you made it to People Magazine, but I thought it was in poor taste, so I ate that tweet. There's been a lot of things that I've
swallowed,
eaten. So is that person done? Like,
yeah. I mean, there's no connection going forward with that. It's not like a who do I want to be with sort of thing.
Right.
That's absolutely over. My focus is my family. Was
the Instagram like correct that it was like an 8-month relationship? Is that?
Yeah. I mean, I met it. Yes. Been going on since I met her in June.
Got it. So. Obviously, I've been married, separated. I think, by the way, you you made me look good, but I think a lot of people. So I get maybe some more to it, but you know, it's even on a guy level. It's like, all right, we have this relationship, but we're friends, and I wouldn't say we're like great friends. Not like we hang out a ton. I clearly didn't, but I'm glad at this point you didn't introduce me to your parents and stuff like that. But like, I didn't know Caitlyn. I don't know that side. But when you are friends with a guy, it's like, well, you can see both. You're like, oh, total scumbag move, like wild scumbag move. But he's still like your guy, so you're trying to like work through it. And for me on the business side, a lot of it is what happens at KFC Radio. Like, if this is somebody else, if this is a bigger brand, that like, it's tough to be short term. I think like the spokesman, like, oh, do this, buy this, when it's like everyone's just gonna be like, this guy's a scumbag. I'm gonna ask you, like, how much time do we have before?
I don't know. Tell me what's up.
Well, the question I was gonna ask is, somebody posted. I was gonna get to it. Like, did you feel like a split personality? Because like one Instagram post, one on the media put, it was like super lovey-dovey, but it was like right in the middle of it.
Yeah, we can talk about
it. Because you had like a very like kind of storybook, all as well, like Instagram profile of sorts. So there's one like family picture, I think it was maybe an anniversary post, where you wrote like glowing words about everything basically, but it was right in the midst.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'll say this. I don't think anybody's social media is really real life, right? There are still a lot. Jeez. There's still a lot that I do love, you know?
Frankie, you can maybe, when we get into like crying moments, as like a producer, have like some sort of music, maybe.
No, we're
like,
good.
just to like,
We're good.
I mean,
We're
he's
good.
crying.
I'm
He's
saying
crying. We got
I'm saying there's
therapy talking
There's
here.
a couple things. There's still a lot that I. She's a wonderful mother. She was a great wife to me. So those posts were not necessarily like complete and total bullshit, although like they certainly seem that way. And then there's also an element of there's a couple, keeping up appearances and also, it was an anniversary or a birthday or something, and it was like I'm still trying. I'm not totally gone on every level, so like I'm gonna post something nice, and it's not that in some levels a lot of that is still true, and a lot of it obviously feels like bullshit now. But the social media thing is like social media is not always the reality of the world.
You have this image, which a lot of people say, of like, the everyday guy who's miserable, married, but not really miserable, and like it's all kind of. I think it just stunned people. I think that was a huge,
for sure,
huge kind of factor. That's what makes it complicated.
Yeah, man. Everybody else involved doesn't deserve that.
Right.
So.
Like I want to pile on, but it's like there's the other side of it. Like selfishly, like. You stole your kids from me from jokes. Like, I can't make those jokes anymore, but I'm not going to go there because it's your moment.
Pretty fucked up, Kevin.
Yeah, right.
Just add it to the list. This is great that he's here.
It was Demand by Erica.
Really?
So she was texting me like Saturday maybe.
When I first talked to Erica about this, all she said 10 times, 100. Fuck. Fuck.
She called me. I called her. She missed my call. She called me back, just being like, "What's up?" Like I don't think she knew yet. I was like,
"Oh,
what's up?" I was like, "Yeah, what's going on?" I was like, "Oh boy, you are about to."
So like, what's your living situation right now? Are you...
The first night I went to my parents.
Do your parents hate you?
They are some disappointed. The thing
That's, by the way, a brutal question. I can't even believe I just asked that.
There's some for when you're family, it's like you can't. They're stuck. That's how I would describe them. I think they're like, fuck, we have to have this guy's back.
Yeah, and I'll tell you who's had your back. Like Brendan Clancy is like, for those who don't know,
that's my guy.
Tailing Kevin around to make sure like you don't make this worse, which give him credit. I don't.
Well,
yeah.
I am prone to.
I'm surprised he's not in this.
Yeah. I
With,
bet
like,
he's probably straight outside the door.
Yes, with like cue cards.
Yeah.
All right. So first night, parents.
First night, parents. Second night, I think. I mean, I'm a little fuzzy, but I went back home for the kids. I mean, it's fucking impossible to take care of 2 kids alone. So I went home. She said I could stay the night, so I stayed the night downstairs, like a separate room. Then that morning, we kind of woke up and did some talking and some yelling and her yelling at me, and I stayed again. I mean, I've basically been home and just trying to take care of my kids and give her. It's wild, man. I mean, I'm trying to like give her the space, but also are we are we gonna work through this or what are we gonna do? And it's still like so new. I mean, it all just happened so quick and everything went crazy so quick. So.
I don't know how much detail, when you say it happened quick, I don't know how much detail you can give on this, but like, what was the chain of events that like happened? Like, how did you get caught?
I lost my phone on, I guess it was Thursday night. I was shoveling snow and I lost it in the snow or something. I don't know. I just went out with it, came back in, and I didn't have it. And so I didn't have my phone that night, and I was on Twitter on my computer and sending some DMs, and she has my Twitter on her phone, and so she opened that up and saw that. So that was like Thursday night. Friday, I called you. I took the day off, and I think Friday afternoon is when everything went up. I think the Instagram post was Friday afternoon.
Yep.
And then, so I spent one night, I think it was that Friday night, I stayed at my parents', then Saturday night, and last night was home.
Smitty said, which is like, here's a hypothetical for KFC Radio future. He said he thinks it's the worst thing you can do legally.
Cheating.
Well, the whole situation, yeah. Well, cheating, I don't know. I think it was
Right,
the
the
whole
whole
element around it. He was convinced, and I was trying to think, I don't know.
Yeah, no, probably is.
But I don't even know if it is legal. Isn't it one of those blue laws? Like, isn't like adultery theoretically illegal? That would be I guess that's semantics. How do you lose your phone in the snow? That's like,
Yeah.
that's your boy. That's the big J.
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
Fucking with you.
I
You're
think
a guy who you thought you had your back. Jesus. Took your phone through the snow.
I still don't necessarily know what happened, but I know I went out with it. I didn't come back with it, and then there was guys with the snowblower like on the block, and I was like, that's why I went outside. I was like shoveling, and I was like, can you do my driveway next? And so if it was there, it just got snowblowed. I already have made things absolutely impossible for my wife and family and my kids, and so now that is the situation, because everyone just says, well, where was that when you were fucking up? Obviously, yes, that makes sense, but now all I can do is do it going forward. I didn't always keep family business in-house. I've been an open book, so I have talked about my family, and I posted pictures and all that stuff. I guess my response to that would be that I think at a certain level, a certain magnitude, a certain situation, I probably would have kept things in-house, but I don't begrudge anybody for behaving in any sort of situation when someone has wronged them the way I wronged her. So she has every right to do that.
And we are a super unique situation. Like, she had something, I'm sure, obviously, like, she traded all to have Kevin be an accountant making a cent or whatever to not have this happen. Mm-hmm. But when it happened, she has the unique ability to strike back with something that most people don't have that ability to do. So
right.
That's why I think it's impossible to be like, and again, apples and oranges, but when I went through my thing, which is so insignificant, a lot of girls were like, oh, I wish I had that. Like, you mm-hmm. wish you had the vehicle to, like, fucking hit them where it hurts.
This is a crazy show. This is, like, against all.
What's that?
This is, like, against all. Like, this is not what people say to do. So I guess that's good, right?
Talk about it?
In this way, like, take 2 hours of calls. Like, everybody was like, put your statement out. You guys can even talk about it, but don't take calls.
Play us out, Frankie. Oh, it's like uplifting.
A little redemption.
Yeah. All right.
It's over, Kevin.
No,
Well,
it's
this
not.
was over. This was over. Credit to Dave.
No, I mean, it was basic.
Good job. Everybody did a good job.
You cursed the wrong guy.
Whoopsies.
What?
You cursed the wrong guy.
Yeah, right.
Whoopsies. I get a little
Patriots
a
and
little
the Titans. Kevin's life
a
falls
little
apart. Good
sloppy
job.
with my cursing. He was in the room at the time. Just bounced off the
Yeah.
walls and
Right off Dave. Dave's the devil, so bounce right off him. We're together.
Tough one on one.
Yo.
I don't like rooting for the underdog.
Hi. Hi. He doesn't like dogs, but I do.
Yeah, I hate him.
Hi.
So I got a walrus.
Hi, Walrus. Yo, how was it? How was it sitting here?
I mean, I didn't. For some reason, it never crossed my mind. Like, he might cry with like the heaviest thing that ever happened to him.
Yes.
And he did immediately, and I was like, I had to like look at Sheena.
Yeah. What do you do?
It is the rundown. It is Monday, January 7th. We cannot talk about the subjects. I think you're gonna have to get a rundown suspension, Kevin. We've gone back and forth on it, but the subject too light, too easy. Your front page news from People Magazine for all the wrong reasons. So for the first time, maybe, has anyone ever been suspended?
I think Trent was suspended once, but yeah, I think this is going to be the first real suspension.
We're gonna give you a 2-week rundown suspension. Just not even necessarily like private life, but seems weird to be talking about these subjects.
It's fair. I get it. Yeah.
So,
Boot the elephant in the room out.
yeah, you're an elephant.
You're the elephant.
You're the elephant for the foreseeable. Not funny. Julie.
Yes.
What's up? Oh, that's Wally Pitt, by the way, the celebration. So we'll bring in Julie. You're out. We're going to switch this out. If you didn't know, we talked about it on Barstool Radio, but Read People Magazine, Daily News, New York Post, every major publication. Kevin's an adulterer, and it's all over the place.
And even after a very emotional day on Monday, right at the top of the show Tuesday, had to get right back into it and tie up one more loose end.
Coming to you live from Barstool headquarters in Manhattan, New York. It's Barstool Radio on Rush 93. It's KFC, it's Portnoy, and we got Fran in today.
All right, before we get into this, because it's awkward having Fran in here, and we're going to get back into normal stuff, but I mean, I feel like it's a mini elephant, because you haven't really, you do your thing. But for the record, Fran, how mad were you that you were dragged into the allegations of this? Or did you? It was so preposterous. I wasn't even sure you were going to respond.
So silly.
It was so preposterous. The only thing that that blew my mind is that people actually took it seriously.
Yeah.
But did they? I
had like.
No, I think people did.
I had like not friends, like people who know me, but like 2 degrees of separation. Like friends text my friends being like, "Oh my God, like what is going on?" Like Fran and Kevin, like. And my friends were like, "Are you fucking kidding?" Like,
yeah, I mean, it was preposterous. We get a lot of weird rumors.
Yeah, and I can't tell whether people were. I'm starting to learn.
You had never addressed it till obviously this all broke, and then you're like, "It's fucking not."
Well,
me, right?
I mean, there was no reason.
I sent out one tweet because some guy came at me and was like, "Oh, it's like the perfect timing. She's not there. Like it's 1,000% her."
It was perfect timing for other reasons for you because if Francation got
better. It was.
I gave you some cover on that one. So
like nobody wanted that to happen, but if it was going to happen for you, the timing.
Like yesterday would have been not fun for you to be back here for Francation.
Yeah.
But,
no.
Right, I had Francation teed up and ready to go.
Got your back.
That nickname will still stick. But
now, a good friend of the program, Johnny Football, got into a little internet spat with our own spider monkey, Eric Nathan. He kind of made fun of the Browns 0-16. Nate said, "Well, you're not even good enough to be on the 0-16 Browns." Dave had to step in. That's his boy. Don't mess with Johnny Football.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, he does.
Dave.
You're going at
so
it.
you're trying to use it. Dave, I didn't realize you were trying to use him for monetary gain. That's a little different.
Hey.
Nate should just shut up. He should just shut up.
Nate and Johnny, what side are you taking there?
Johnny. Nate's a fucking nobody loser weirdo, and Johnny Football is like the most electric athlete maybe of the last 20 years. So I'm going with the electric athlete, not the weirdo creepo loser who should stay below deck.
Did John Manziel call for his job yet?
He didn't because it's a class act. Nate's not a Browns fan. Nate should just stay below deck and fucking clean the floors.
Nate was blogging a viral story. Everyone was talking about that 0-16 post. And then Manziel had
He didn't blog it. He fucking.
Did he just tweet it?
He tweeted at him.
Manziel replied to our Manziel replied to our article.
It was the Canadian football thing.
No, he said Johnny Football posts of 0-16 chirp and he's not even good enough to play on the team or something like that.
He's like, yeah, Nate should just shut up. Nate should just shut up.
And then the other one.
Steve's an idiot. Johnny joined my team without me even asking. He's the biggest teammate guy there is.
You did say you were funny.
Yeah, he
said
I
nice.
deserve a raise. He said I was funny. Did he get that raise? I mean,
Yeah, he did say you should
he
get a
just needs
raise.
to check himself.
Did you hear that?
Who, Dave?
No, Johnny was like, you should get a raise.
I know. I saw that. He tweeted that.
It's a pretty nice gesture.
Yeah. He's a teammate guy through and through.
You said he needs to check himself.
I mean, just chirping the Browns.
Are you going to check him?
He's barely a CFL quarterback. Like, chill, bro.
If Johnny comes in and tries to start throwing nuggies around, I got your back.
Johnny's like 145 pounds.
How much are you?
I'm a little much right now. I don't want to talk about a little holiday weight.
Rude to ask.
Excuse me.
I mean,
Yo, but
After the holidays, no less.
That you
There's
said,
so much fucking negativity in this office that everything anybody does.
you're the
gets
lead negative
missed.
guy.
I'm the most positive guy I know.
That's insane.
Nate. That's like me being like.
You
I'm
are by
positive.
far the most negative person in this office.
Strong disagree.
Nate. Come on. You got to be a little self-aware here.
What? I'm not the most negative person
Who's more
in this
negative?
office. This guy right here, for one.
No, I don't
I'm not
think
the most
so.
negative person in this room.
Well, the latest drama with you is involving the one and only Johnny Football.
Yeah.
So Johnny Manziel went on his
Friend
Instagram.
friend of the program.
Friend of the program.
Willing. What was that?
Willing participant in a big moment, like in a big time for us down in Houston.
Yeah, that's why when you made that noise, what he did for us there in Comedy Central, like when we were able to do his comeback. How did he benefit from that?
Because he was irrelevant at that point, and then finally, after he was completely irrelevant, he decided to.
Well,
do something
let's
with
not
it.
act like Johnny in football will ever be irrelevant.
Yeah.
Everything he does, he's
goodness,
followed
this
and
is-
watched. I mean, he may not
Why
be
did you
successful at the
Why
moment,
did you
but
comment
he's-
on his Instagram if he's irrelevant?
Because
why are you getting pulled into the radio right now if just by tweeting someone it becomes a story?
Because he's so irrelevant, he's searching his name on Twitter and then being like, "Oh, you're so funny, bro."
You're confusing
Johnny
the word
Football.
irrelevance.
Johnny
You're confusing the
Football
word
is
irrelevant.
searching his name and then replying to Barstool.
That's
so
not
that
irrelevant.
Makes me more relevant.
You
than
you
him.
can call that
Do
petty.
we know
you
he's
can
searching
call
his name, or like
Oh,
he
yeah.
probably just follows Barstool and saw the article?
Yeah.
Or someone
sent
told
it to him.
Yeah.
Like there's
Nobody
a
tagged him in it.
There is a
He's searching
million
his name.
ways
Oh
that
my
that
God.
you. But by the way, dude, that's not irrelevant. Like
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
He couldn't get into the CFL.
That he's not successful, but he's
Why
not
are you
irrelevant.
commenting on an irrelevant person?
That's the point.
Because he was trying to chirp the Browns.
But why are you commenting on
Because it was a
irrelevant-
national story. Dave.
How
No, you said he's
the
irrelevant.
point that you even have a take to blog about is because he puts asses in the seats.
You just said it became a national story.
He's a celebrity, sure.
I mean, we're
You
we
can
are
be a
officially
celebrity
off.
and
We
irrelevant.
are officially off planet
Those aren't
Earth.
mutual. You can be famous and also just be irrelevant.
I mean, we are going to have to agree to disagree to move on for the
It's
sake of this
just
segment
semantics.
because well, you just don't know the definition of words.
Sure, Kevin.
So he's absolutely relevant. That's why you're blogging about him. That's why it's a national story.
It's true. You wouldn't chirp him, blog about him if he was
I think I have a
irrelevant.
different definition of that word.
Okay.
You have the incorrect definition.
Sure, Kevin.
I think maybe to start his content. I think
The best part of this conversation, Nate, is it just reinforces that you don't know me at all, which is the exact spot I want to be.
All right, seems like an issue if you don't know your coworkers.
So
It's not coworkers.
final answer on
My employees. It's like
John-
Belichick and his employee. You can't stay too close because I can just cut you and fire you without any emotional connection.
Final answer on Johnny Football. You are like, are you in a rivalry with Johnny?
No, he's a Team Nate guy, and I want to see him turn his life around, and I think that with hard work and determination, anything's possible.
And as you being the kingmaker here, you will make him relevant again.
Already started yesterday.
Let's go to break when we come
I
back.
hate you, Nate.
More-
I
More-
legitimately don't like you.
That's fine. I'm devastated, dude.
You should be.
And finally, on a much, much, much lighter note, we would like to welcome a very new member to our office, Stinky Fish Boy.
Back on some fish over there?
I knew I smelled it.
You getting fish? Just open fish in the office?
Oh, hey, I knew I smelled your mom.
You set it on my raw dog and fish right now? Who's got the fish?
I smelled that fish.
Open air fish market? What is this, Pike Place?
Well, it's corned beef.
Hey.
I turned around, everyone was looking at me.
Kissing fish.
Let's try and eat it.
Fish.
There's multiple kinds.
Oh, I think it's a big salmon.
Ah.
Maybe a cod.
It's really rude to eat that in an office, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
It would be hypothetical.
There's a vlog for you.
What?
That's a vlog.
I eat fish here every day. No.
You eat fish every day?
Yeah, it's not good for you.
Wow, it's really overpowering.
Yeah. I've never smelled it this strong.
I already have a like
I don't see my sister anywhere.
That was so fun.
I eat fish all the time. I just don't understand why that fish smells like that.
I can't believe somebody walked in here and started eating fish. I can't believe it smells so bad. What's going on?
Trey, what does that smell?
I don't know what the hell's going on. But it smells really bad in here. I'm nauseous too. It smells.
I feel like I should do like an exaggerated episode
of Stool scenes, and everybody's like,
It smells fucking awful.
but like everything we do the whole episode is like.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't want to be mean, but it's wafting over here. Pretty.
I feel bad like making fun of someone else's lunch because I'm not making funny for eating fish.
So bad. It's so bad. I can't even stand it. It's so bad.
Can a guy just be healthy?
No.
Who's eating tuna?
Fuck.
Who? Trent? I'm not gonna hate on you because it's diet life.
That's diet life. Exactly.
What?
The fish.
Monster. Here he ate. It's like still just in there.
So bad.
Which one did you get?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I can't believe it. I don't know what that smells. Do you smell that?
Smells like.
And I can't smell
No
anything. I'm so congested.
Dude, in the radio room, I'm like,
3 years.
what is so bad?
All the way down.
Mine's so congested, and I'm like.
I'm not getting any of it.
I don't know, buddy. I don't know what it is.
But you can't smell.
I have, large adenoids. I can't smell.
There's no way that tastes good, Trent.
It does. It tastes great. Good. It was very good. I don't know. I mean, maybe the smell's not the best, but it was delicious.
Trent, it's diet life, bro.
That's right.
I'm on Trent's side.
Thank you.
You gotta eat gross shit if you want to lose weight.
Thank you, Dan.
There's nothing you can do about it. I ate some tuna the other day too. Just gotta do it.
Stool Scenes episode 47. See you on Friday for hopefully a much lighter and happier show.
Bro, look at my email right now. Buddha Ben is just dicking me over, just signing me up for fucking real estate appointments in fucking Wyoming. That's fucked, bro. What do you mean?
Johnny in Wyoming.
Sports.com?
How you spell that?
That would suck if people found that out.